សូមអនុមោទនាសាធុសាធុសាធុ That concludes our walking meditation for the moment. And may the steps that we have taken in walking meditation be the steps that have moved us closer to becoming enlightened, move us closer to applying love, compassion, mercy to ourselves, to the people around us, to the people we don't know, to the people who are difficult to deal with, and to all beings that we come in contact with. Today we'll be talking about our senses. And how our senses are a really big part in perceiving the present moment. Are we even using our senses correctly? We have our eyes that we see with. We have our ears that we hear with. We have our nose in which we smell. Our mouth which we taste and utter words and sounds with, speech. And we have our fingers and toes in which we touch with. And if you want to take it even further, which might be something of debate among scholars, but that is not the purpose of me mentioning this, we have our mind, which thinks and creates images, and our heart, which changes and turns. But because we have poor judgment and we are very impulsive, we misuse our senses, we confuse them with another, and we use our senses first before we use rational thought. When it is time to listen, we talk. When it is time to eat, we eat with our eyes, not with our stomach. When it is time to only feel with our hearts, we're grabbing after it with our hands. When it is time to sit, our feet are ready to move around on the go. Feelings we call in Buddhism, Pali language is Vedana. Vedana, which is our feeling senses. When feelings arise, we become aware that the feeling is arised. And because we know that feelings arise, what do we try to do? We try to get rid of them if we do not like them. Trying to get rid of feelings only creates more feelings. Because of the misjudgment of how feelings arise in the body, that also tells you we have a misjudgment of the present moment and the place it has in our lives. We are mixing the future with the past and the past with the present. Your feeling senses are always triggered by the future and by the past. The present moment is too boring for a lot of us. Our mind is always looking for some type of source of entertainment. It wants you to think about something that happened in the future, that could possibly happen in the future, or think about something that happened to you in the past. And when it's told to stay in the present moment, what does it say? You can do that anytime. Remember this first. When you use your memory, we call that sanya. Sanya means something that you have stored in your memory bank. Your memory is always working with phenomena, situations, created things. They work together. Sanya and Ramana. Sanya Ramana. The future brings anxieties, anticipations, issues with control, restlessness, irritations. The past is dealing with sad things, sadness, resentments, past hostilities, pride, if you're not careful with your mind, you will believe the whispers of the senses that are working directly with the future and the past. Yesterday, I was practicing a little bit of meditation alone, and this is the thing that came under attack. I came under attack while I was sitting. I was sitting there trying to develop, cultivate my practice, and a whisper came. Do you remember this time? Do you remember when this happened? Do you remember this person? And because the mind loves entertainment, I participated foolishly. I said, yeah, I remember that. I do remember that. Once you start to listen to silly ideas, you yourself become silly. Because those whispers, which are not in the present moment, are the whispers of illusion. That is an illusion. It is not there. You think it's there, but it is not there. Once you start to participate with it and start to answer its questions, I should have done this, I will do next time, your illusion turns into delusion. Believing something that is there, even though it is proven it is not. Now, where is your present moment? Your present moment is turned into anger. Your present moment is turned into sadness. Your present moment has turned into anxiety. Your present moment has turned into doubt that the practice works because you didn't have the wisdom to realize that your feelings and the reference of time are distorted. Always refer back to the present moment to judge where you are. I quickly realized what was happening. Thank God. For some of us, thank Buddha. I realized that my feelings, my misunderstanding of feelings were trying to hijack, take away the present moment. And I completely missed the water falling, the sounds of the birds chirping, the rising and falling of my abdomen as I breathe, and the tranquil beat of my heart that was in line with everything else in nature. And when I realized that, it was a big, heavy burden lifted off of my shoulders. I am not everything that I think. I am not everything that I feel. Those are the objects of the mind. It is not the mind itself. You have the choice to either participate or not, pay attention or not. And we know now that not everything deserves your attention. If I have said anything that goes against the Buddha, the Dhamma, or the Sangha, let it be known that the divine wisdom, practice, and speech of the Buddha is not flawed. It is my lack of knowledge that is. I am not a meditation master, nor am I a scholar in Buddhism. I am just a practitioner of the Dhamma, and may that continue till the day that I reach enlightenment. With that being said, we are going to continue formal sitting meditation for 30 to 45 minutes. Let that be enough time for you to reach enlightenment, or at least be better than you were 5 minutes ago. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Purusalakhana luphiya vena asaicha lupchanchaniya luphiya vena atatara satamang kaliya luphiya vena chapa naraksha luphiya vena keto miya liya luphiya vena